Hey everybody. Year's a long hiatus, isn't it? Um, this is a new video for the Kidney Dude. It's a new video for myself. I wanted to sit down and really kind of talk to you guys about what's been going on in my life. I know the last time you heard from me was, I want to say, March 28th of last year, which is almost a year coming up. It's April 12th today, 2019, but that was, we're almost at a year ago that I filmed that vlog saying that I was going on a hiatus. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about what I've been through, what I'm going through, where I've been for the last year, and what I've changed in my life. Obviously, you've noticed some changes going on. Things look a little bit different in the office than they did at this time last year. And I wanted to talk to you about moving forward what this channel is going to be. Because I've reinvested in myself. I've seriously taken some time, step back, look at what I want to do, look at what I want to do with my life, look at what I want to do with this channel, and pursuing it as, if not a full-time endeavor, definitely at least a part-time endeavor, and something that I actually want to commit time, effort, and full attentiveness to as much as I can. You should know, in the year that I've been gone, I am in good health still. So, knock on wood, I'm in good health still. I don't have insurance anymore, so I'm having to pay out of pocket for meds. For those of you who don't know, in America, it's very expensive, especially for something that's not necessarily a generic prescription that you can get. I take 4 pills now for my meds consistently, and every single one of those meds is cheap except for one anti-rejection med. So total right now for each month, I'm paying $407 out of pocket to pay for my meds. So we've kind of hit that little economic bump. I'm still with Amy. So with my fiance, we've been together almost 6 years. Actually, in 2 months, it'll be 6 years. We're engaged. Looking for tentatively the 2020 wedding. But I can get into all that stuff later. I just wanted to give you a brief update of what's going on with me and where I've been. I stream on Twitch regularly. It's 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. In fact, I'll probably be streaming today. I have another YouTube channel that I started with my friend, Matt. It's called Methodically Impulsive Gaming. That's link will be in the description. The Twitch, by the way, is Sean Plays Video Games. It's all one word. It'll be in the description below. But I wanted to talk to you what I've been doing. Recently, I've been watching a lot of YouTubers. There's a gentleman we watch by the name of Matthias. That's what he goes by on YouTube. And he runs a giant company. He runs like at least 7 channels underneath this company called High Five Studios. They're on YouTube. I can put a link to them in the description as well. But I really, I've been watching, he started a new channel on YouTube called The Exec, which again, a link in the description. I've got a lot of links in the description. But I wanted to talk about how watching that has impacted me a little bit today. He's doing a very cool thing, which not a lot of YouTubers do. He's opening the door to his business. He is showing us through full transparency how they operate, the beliefs and core structure that they have as a channel, like that whole studio has as a studio, how they pursue new ideas, how they make videos, how they do stuff like that. And they come up with this thing called a mission statement. Now, mine's not finished, but you do a mission statement for each particular shows you're going to do. It's a way of giving yourself a voice so that when you do make a video and you adhere to that mission statement, you adhere to that track of where you want to go with the show and what you want your show to be providing people. Because, and this is all, you can go find the link, and go watch his videos. He talks about all this. There's a way to do it that, like, A lot of people think narrowing your channel and finding a niche is limiting your audience, but it's actually the opposite. Because if you narrow your channel and you find your niche and you find your audience that you're providing for, you're going to have a lot more reliable audience. You're going to have that trust, that build, that community with your audience that's going to actively actually want to watch your videos. So you're not going to be sitting there going, I've got 10 views, no comments, what's going on? You'll find these people that are actively interested in what you have to say, that are actively interested in possibly you as a person, and watching you grow and watching you, share this stuff with the audience. So I wanted to kind of talk about that. I wanted to share where I want to go with this channel. I want each video to kind of be grounded in the root of why you're doing this channel, so that it's more entertaining, it's more focused, and you have a better, grasp of why you're doing it, and the audience has a better grasp of why you're doing it, and you kind of, it's an unspoken communication between yourself and the audience as to why you do this. I know it's probably boring. I know I'm probably not going to get a lot of views on this, but I just wanted to get this out there. So I wanted to talk to you about my channel, The Kidney Dude, and tell you where we're moving forward from this and what I want to get out of this channel. The long and the short of it, I believe, and I've always believed, that people can find inspiration in other people. People can find inspiration from other people's stories. People can find inspiration from what other people have gone through. They can, you don't necessarily always get people fully believing in the whole thing. A lot of people pick and choose. It's whatever. That's how life is, which is the great thing about humanity. But I believe that having these examples, these stories, these interactions out there in the world are a great help to people, and help inspire them, help them realize that what they're going through may not be so bad, or if they are having a rough time, maybe help them realize how they can get through it a little better, or help them say, it helps to see other people going through what you've gone through, or maybe it helps to give them advice, maybe it helps for them to see someone else in their shoes so they know they're not alone. And that's what I want to do with this channel. I want to grow and foster community for those living with chronic illness, and it may not even necessarily have to be kidney disease, but grow with chronic illness, grow a community where people feel comfortable talking about their issues, where people feel comfortable talking about what it's like to live with these diseases, what it's like to go through stuff. Like, for example, like I said, I have no insurance right now, so what it's like to live, thankfully I have a really good job where taking a $407 hit a month isn't that bad. I mean, it sucks, don't get me wrong. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's not that bad. And maybe finding ways to grow this community so that people can, get happiness, joy, can see the ups and downs, can relate, can get some sort of comfort in knowing that they're not alone. And that they can be part of that community where they can share their stories, or they can relate to other people. We can grow this community and work together so that we're all here for each other, And it's not just because there are days, I don't go to therapy. Should I go to therapy? Probably. And I always say, well, I'm not as bad as other people, or I don't feel like I need to go because I don't feel like I'm in that dire of straits. And it very well could be that I am, and I just don't realize it. I have a lot of anxiety, but it's, that's something that I'm working through. But I want to create this community so people who are going through that can say, hey, let's talk about this, or they feel the same way I do. Well, maybe, this is a thing. Maybe I do need to get help. Maybe I don't need to get help. Maybe there's, someone out there that can relate and make them feel a little better about it. So that's what I want to do with this channel. That is my goal, my end goal. Everything on this channel I want to put towards growing and fostering and creating that community so that people have a place to go. I want to talk about living with, not just the ups and downs of the good and the bad, like living with it, being able to compartmentalize. I do that a lot. If I have a doctor's appointment, if I have blood work, if I have anything like that, I'll be real with you for 1 second. Not that this all isn't genuine and real, but I'm going to get serious with you for a second. I didn't realize how broadly my disease affected myself and the people around me until I didn't have insurance anymore. And it's not a matter of like, oh, I don't have insurance, I better get insurance. Like, when you have a transplant, after 3 years, you lose one of the insurances you have, and then the other insurance can go away because the government can decide if you don't re-up that you are healthy enough, you've had a transplant, you just don't need it anymore. Which isn't the case because you're on anti-rejection meds, you're on, everything else you could need. Because, you're on anti-rejection meds, you have everything else you need. There's other things you need. You might, unfortunately, if you're in a worse enough shape, or at least for my disease, need dialysis or something like that. You're never truly done with needing health care, especially if you have what I have. I have end-stage, it's an end-stage renal disease. I have polycystic kidney disease, which means the function of my kidneys shut down when I was born, and I had no viable kidneys until I received my first transplant from my mother at 2 months. I was 22, 2 years. Sorry, not 2 months, 2 years. I was 22 months old when I received my first transplant. And until that point, I was on a dialysis machine for 22 hours out of the day until I was 22 months old. It was, so I'm told, because I don't remember it, thankfully, a bad experience, and it was just not fun. If you have a chronic illness, you're never truly done. You're never truly healed. You're never truly 100%. You're never truly back to where you think you should be. And there are levels. You can be, I remember feeling better. I remember feeling quicker, sprier. I remember feeling like I had way more energy. Not to say that I feel bad and I feel sick right now. I don't. I feel perfectly fine. But I remember feeling better. And maybe that's because I was younger, but it shouldn't be because I'm only 28. And yeah, that's older. I'm getting close to 30, but I'm not 35. I'm not 40. I'm not 50. Not to say that any of those people are old. I'm just saying naturally over the course of time your body does wear down. And I feel like my body's wearing down. When I get out of bed, my knees, joints pop, crack. It's hard for me to bend over. It's hard for me to do work sometimes. I work part-time, but it's hard. It's not easy. It's not something if I had the option, I wouldn't. But I don't. I have to work. I have to make money. I have to have insurance. I have to pay somehow for these medical things that I will always have. I'm just part of the life. But getting away from that, I want to talk about life. I want to talk about getting back on subject. I want to talk about living with that disease. I want to talk about, educating and spreading awareness of that disease to other people who may not know. I want to talk about education and awareness for all chronic illnesses. I want to talk about those diseases like Lyme, like heart disease, like the things that go unnoticed, like fibromyalgia, stuff like that. The diseases where you walk into work and people are like, you can work, your disease must not be that bad. Well, it actually is, but we might not have a choice. We might have to work. We might not, good days and bad days. Everyone has good days and bad days, especially with a chronic illness. So I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to foster a community and a place where we can all talk about that, we can all grow, we can all communicate, we can all learn, we can, spread joy. Like, it's not just going to be vlogs that are all serious. I'm not going to consistently always talk about my meds. I'm not going to always consistently talk about my disability. But I am going to talk about life and living with it and my day-to-day. And I'm going to try and vlog consistently on here. But I want to share with you my life. I want to share with you my illness. And I want you to share, if you will, and you want to, only if you want to, your life and illness with me. And I believe we can all foster a group together that can make this community grow and be a nice place to hang out and talk and be together. Even if it's only 15, 30, an hour out of your day. So I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for showing interest. I know I've been spotty over the years, and I know I posted a few videos during the actual transplant and all that stuff, and I'm sorry for how inconsistent it was. The real reason I stopped is because I thought my story was finished. I had, done the thing. I got the transplant. I was healthy. I was done. And I've learned over the course of these years, you're never really done. Your story might have some boring chapters. Maybe where George R. R. Martin is describing a feast and nothing's really happening. But your story's never finished. When you're gone, your story's finished, and people can look back and read the whole thing. But up until that point, you're still writing. There's still more. So, I'm back. My interlude's finished. The feast is over. And I'm ready to get back into providing you guys the content and, like I said, fostering this community that I really want to build. So, thank you for listening to me today. I'm, working on some stuff. We're going to try and get uploads going. I'm going to try and do a vlog a day. I don't know how often that will happen. It might just be twice a week, something like that. Might be all I have time for. I'm not committing to anything. I'm not going to commit to a schedule just yet. I'm going to start this out, see how this goes, then maybe commit to a schedule. But just know that there will be uploads on this channel every so often. That's going to be a thing. But thank you all so much for your watching, for your continued support, for your always being there. Thank you. Like, you have no idea how much it means to me that I've been gone a year, and before that I was gone for even longer, and I came back and I still had like 800 views on my videos. People are watching me go through this, and then all of a sudden I'm just gone. And I came back and I still had views. Like, that means a lot. So thank you for your continued support. Thank you for being here. Please like the video. Click that bell icon so you're subscribed, or so you get notified when my videos go live. Because I promise you, I'm gonna start uploading vlogs, hopefully twice a week, and all kinds of other videos will go on here. Like, comment, click the bell icon, subscribe, just so that we can start building this community together. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing this, sure, but I want it to be about us. I don't want it to be just this guy rambling about his life. I want it to be about us, and I want to foster this community. I want to grow it. I want to see other people posting videos about their lives, and I want to make a safe space for us and for the chronically ill to come and talk about everything. So please, please, please. But thank you for your time. I'm gonna leave you guys go now. Bye.